Consistently telling captivating stories every day requires method. Today, we wanted to share one of our absolute favorite recipes for telling captivating stories. Welcome to Mariken Martin Media's YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, we create tutorials behind the scenes and content about storytelling. We run a family business creating content marketing for local businesses. The method I wanted to share with you today is called Storybrand. We learned it from a great screenwriter and marketing expert called Donald Miller. His book is known as Building a Storybrand. And the method we refer to as Storybrand 7. Firstly, we want to look at the three main questions of the Storybrand structure. Number one, what does the hero want? Number two, what is stopping the hero from getting what she wants? And finally, what's at stake? Now, let's get into the Storybrand 7 formula. The hero has a problem, meets a supervisor who gives them a plan, calls them to action, which helps them to avoid failure and end in success. Using this structure really helps us in our storytelling and content marketing to connect to what we call the 4 need groups: survival, safety, relationships, and self-realization. These 4 need groups are really what drives every human being every day. Sometimes more safety, sometimes more relationships, sometimes more self-realization. But we all share these 4 need groups and they all drive us every day. Now let's take a closer look at all of these 7 steps. Firstly, the hero. In traditional marketing, the company, service or product we are marketing would be the hero of the story, right? Would be our goal to tell about how this product is superior, how this service is the best, how this company is amazing. However, in content marketing, we are really looking at the customer as the hero of the story, inserting the company as the guide or the supervisor or the help or the useful friend in the story. Really avoid the risk of creating a story where the company is really a competing hero. All people see themselves as the hero of their own story. In order to create engagement, we have to quickly establish what the hero will achieve by shopping from your company. How will shopping with your company help the hero save time and resources, build social networks and achieve a standing in them, build wealth and give some of it away to meaningful purposes, to have a meaningful life? When we connect to these operations, we will ensure that enough is at stake in our story. What is the problem? Who is the crook in our story? In order for the crook or the villain to work, it has to be a singular source of a problem. It cannot be an emotion. It has to be an external, singular, real, tangible, and easily understandable villain. Further on, in order for the crook to function, it has to contain an external, an internal, and a philosophical aspect. The external situation is really the nuts and bolts of the problem. The internal aspect of the problem is really, will we be able to solve this? Do we have what it takes? The philosophical part of the problem really concerns itself with things like justice, should it really be like this? Things like good and evil. Here's a problem that meets these requirements. External, electricity is too expensive. Internal, is the family able to change their habits? In a demanding everyday life, are they able to look for solutions? And philosophical, is it fair that this family should freeze? Meets a supervisor. The supervisor must have 2 characteristics: empathy, the ability to really know and feel the hero's desire and the hero's problem, and authority or competence, Here we must demonstrate that the supervisor has solved similar problems like this before, which give them a plan. The plan can really be divided into two things: the process plan and the agreement plan. The process plan is really scheduling a meeting, creating a tailor-made plan, publish this plan and evaluate. The agreement plan is listing up 3 to 5 things that the customer is guaranteed to get. Calls to action. Inspire the customer to shop with us. We divide this into 2 categories. Direct calls to action. This would be the buttons on your website, shop with us now, call us now, and so on. We have the indirect calls to action. Here we can use all the tools such as blogs, webinars, and all kinds of informative, inspiring content. Indirect calls to action is really about establishing the supervisor as an empathic, competent guide in the hero's story, which helps them to avoid failure. Nobody likes a fearmonger, but we really have to establish what's at stake, both externally, internally, and philosophically. We have to strike the balance between intimidating propaganda and indifference. This is much like salt in food. Too much salt and the food is unedible. Too little salt, the food is boring. And ends in success. There can really be 3 endings to our story, or a combination of those. Firstly, the gaining of power or position, appealing to our survival instinct. An association or unity that makes the hero whole. Love, family, friends, or colleagues. Self-realization or self-acceptance. When the hero realizes that they always had what it took, already from the beginning. Customers want us to take part in their transformation. This connects us to people's greatest motivation, the driving force behind almost every choice we make. Whether we buy a vacuum cleaner or we go on holiday, this force is inevitable, namely the force to change. Everyone wants to change, whether it is to become better or to become better at accepting how we are. Get in better shape, become wiser, more experienced, have better financial decisions, and find peace in themselves. We may like it or not, but we all take part in our customer's transformation. And this is exactly what the customer wants. Companies that take part in the hero's transformation gain passionate brand evangelists. Heroes are created to change. In the beginning of the story, they are often inadequate, filled with doubt, and we are not sure that they will be able to solve the problems at hand. They meet a guide who helps them along the way, and the challenges starts to change them. He or she develops the qualities that they need to solve the problem, and finally they do. And the story has changed the hero. This is the recipe behind every story, because this is really our own story. We and everybody else on the face of the earth wants to change, wants to improve, wants to become better at handling everyday life, wants to become smarter, better lovers, better business people, better children, and better parents. Aspirational identity. So in order to tap into this greatest of all forces, the will to become more competent and more brave, we have to understand who our customers want to be. We call this aspirational identity. If we can tap into that and show the customers that we have a plan for them how to achieve it, we will create passionate brand evangelists. So that was the Storybrand 7. Let me sum it up real quickly for you. The hero has a problem, meets a supervisor who gives them a plan and calls them to action that helps them avoid failure and ends in success. If you want to see more of this kind of content, please comment below. We'll create more and share more of our recipes for telling good stories if you want us to. Now like this video, subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on new content. Thank you so much and have an awesome day.